Hello everyone, and welcome to another Pyro Gaming video. In this video, we're going to be talking all about legendary mods. Now, it is worth noting that when Curse of Osiris comes out, presumably, we will be getting some new mods, so I will probably have to make an addendum to this video, but as it stands right now, we're going to be going over the best mods for your armor and why they are the best. So starting with helmet, gauntlets, chest, and boots, these are going to be agnostic mods for your armor, meaning it doesn't matter which class you're on, which subclass you're using. They're going to work with every piece of gear. The only difference is going to be your class item. For the Titan, it is the Mark. For the Warlock, it is the Bond. And for the Hunter, it is the Cloak. Those are agnostic mods, meaning each class has its own specific mods for its class items. So getting started with the helmet, if we take a look here and see which mods we have available, we have Impact Absorption mod, increase this armor's resilience. I have a couple of those. I have another legendary one over here. And then aside from that, we have class ability recharge faster when using a solar subclass, improves weapon handling for equipped energy weapon, class abilities recharge faster when using a void subclass, and lastly, arc melee abilities recharge faster. Now, like I said, even though I'm on a Titan right now, if you inspect these on a Warlock or a Hunter, you will see these same mods available. That being said, you want to go with this one right here. The reason being is because resilience is going to give you much more use out of something like, say, class abilities recharge faster when using a solar subclass. If you apply a mod like this to your gear, you are limiting that gear set to a specific subclass. Same can be said for the Void Paragon and the Arc Impact mod. You don't want to limit yourself. Now, as far as improves weapon handling for equipped energy weapon, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys right now that handling is pretty much useless. It doesn't really matter all that much. It's an irrelevant perk. Now, as far as these, even if you were to just use, say, Sentinel on your Titan all the time and you never switched off, you might be asking yourself, but Pyro, what if I never changed my subclass and I only use the Void one? These honestly only take about 1 or 2 seconds off of your cooldown time, so you need to ask yourself, what's more important, getting my grenade or my melee or my class ability 1 or 2 seconds faster, or being able to absorb more damage? Which one are you going to use the most? And it should go without saying that you're going to be able to absorb more damage more than you're going to be able to use a grenade 1 or 2 seconds faster. And you're going to see that theme a lot in this video. So moving on to gauntlets. Now gauntlets, it's honestly a no-brainer. Kinetic munition loader. Improves reload speed for equipped kinetic weapon. Now this actually does give you a noticeable boost to reload speed for all of your equipped kinetic weapons. So looking at the other mods, we have Kinetic Munition Loader, it's the same one as this. We have Arc Impact Melee, we have Mobility. Mobility is completely pointless in Destiny 2, guys. What Mobility does is it makes you walk faster, not sprint, and it makes you jump a little bit higher, and that is not your boost jump, that is your base jump. So what that means is the only time that you're really going to notice the increased mobility is when you are in a social space like the tower or the farm, where you can't run a little bit quicker and you can't boost jump. That's the only time you're really going to notice this. Additionally, you can do reduces recoil for equipped energy weapon. This one is a good one to have. And lastly, we have another Void melee abilities recharge faster. Again, like I said, this is only going to cut back on your your ability recharge rate by about 1 or 2 seconds. It's completely useless. So that being said, reduces recoil for energy weapon is going to be good, but I would go with improves reload speed for equipped kinetic weapon because most of us are going to be using our kinetic weapon more than any other weapon in the game. So going back to what I said about the Titan or the helmet, you want to use the one that you're going to get the most use out of in the long run. Moving on to our chest armor, we have, what I have equipped is reduces recoil for equipped kinetic weapon. This is going to basically increase the stability of your kinetic weapon, which is always a good thing to have. Looking at the other ones, we have improved weapon handling. Like I said, weapon handling doesn't really do all that much. We have improved reload speed for equipped power weapon. This one will be a good option. Again, we have some more stuff for class abilities. I've already said what I need to say about those, so I'm not going to go any further. And reduces recoil for equipped kinetic. That's what I have equipped right now. Moving on to the boots. Now the boots, you only have 3 options, and the only one that is going to be a viable option is the self-repairing mod. This should be on all of your boots. This should be the only mod that you use on your boots. Increase this armor's recovery, allowing you to recover health faster. Now, several YouTubers have done extensive tests on the mobility, resilience, and recovery stats in Destiny 2, and pretty much everybody agrees in unison that recovery is the most important stat to have. So By applying this to your leg armor, you're going to get automatically +1 recovery added to your skill tree over here, and I mean, that's just never bad. So, for example here, I have recovery 5. If we look here, my recovery on the bars are the same. This one does not have a recovery mod, this one does have a recovery mod. So if I switch those out, you can see my recovery on my Titan goes from 5 to 6. If I switch them back, it goes from 6 back down to 5. So that's where you get that +1. Now, it is worth noting that on the Hunter, specifically the Hunter, the recovery stat for restorative armor is bugged, meaning if you look at the bars on the actual class where it says mobility, resilience, and recovery, recovery will always be empty. So the only way to get a recovery bonus from your boots on a Hunter is by applying a legendary recovery mod like I have on my Legs of Optimacy here on my Titan. So that's the only way that you can get any kind of value, and it's going to make your recovery max out at 6 until Bungie fixes the bug that is in Hunter boots, which they have acknowledged. I'm hoping that they fix that bug as early as Curse of Osiris, because it should be able to get your Hunter recovery up to about 7. And that's going to be great because Hunters are very spongy. But going back to these mods, looking at the other ones, you have another Void melee abilities recharge faster and grenades charge faster when using an arc subclass. Like I said, these only shave about 1 or 2 seconds off of your cooldown time, thus making them essentially useless. So, like I said, for all intents and purposes, you're going to want to go with that self-repairing mod. Now, for the class items, we will start with the Titan since I'm already on it. The Titan is the only class that can get improves reload speed for equipped kinetic weapon on their class item. And we already have that exact same mod right here on our gauntlets, and yes, they do stack. When you have a Titan that has improves reload speed for equipped kinetic weapon on both your gauntlets and your class item, you reload lightning fast. It is, honestly, it's one of the best things in the game. So in addition to that, you can also go with the Titan-specific resilience mod. The Titan is the only one that can get more resilience here, but, you know, like I said, there's been several YouTubers that have done tests regarding mobility, recovery, and resilience doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. So if it were my money, I'm always going to go with improves reload speed for equipped kinetic weapon. I'm going to take advantage of that because, like I said, the Titan is the only one that can have 2 bonuses for reload speed on kinetic weapons. The last one that we have for the Titan is the class ability one, and I don't need to say anything more about that. So what we have here is we have increased resilience, increased reload speed for kinetic, increased stability for kinetic. We have self-repairing over here, increased recovery, and lastly we have increased reload speed for kinetic. Now, for all of these, it's going to be the same on every class, but like I said, your class item, there's only 3 options per class. So the Warlock has 3 different sets, and the Hunter has 3 different sets. So let me go ahead and switch characters so we can talk about those 2. Taking a look at our Warlock's class item and his 3 options for mods, we have self-repairing mod. Now the Warlock is the only one that can get a self-repairing mod on their class item. That being said, you absolutely want to take advantage of it because recovery is the most important stat in this game. Additionally, you can do improves weapon handling for equipped power weapon. As I said, handling does not really make that much of an impact, and class abilities recharge faster when using a solar subclass. Again, this only takes about 1 or 2 seconds off of your cooldown time, so it is a no-brainer for the Warlocks to take advantage of that increased resilience and use this as their class item mod. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Hunter. So when we take a look at the 3 potential mods that a Hunter can get on their cloak, they're pretty limited. Honestly, the Hunter gets shafted here. So first up, you have reduces recoil for equipped kinetic weapon. The Hunter is the only class that can get 2 of these perks, so that's the one that I use. I take advantage of that increased stability, and they do seem to stack. I do notice a difference in the amount of stability for my kinetic weapon, so that's the one that I go with. Alternatively, you can go with mobility. We've already discussed mobility and determined that it's kind of pointless. You can go with reduces recoil for equipped energy weapon, add a little bit of stability to your energy weapon. This one definitely is good, so it's a toss-up between these 2 for me, because the last option is a class ability cooldown, which, like I said, only takes about 1 or 2 seconds off of the cooldown time. So for the Hunter, it's going to be either energy counterbalance or kinetic counterbalance. Those are pretty much my only 2 options. And that is going to do it for this video, guys. Drop a comment in the box below, let me know what your favorite mods are, And that is going to bring this video to an end, as I apparently dance in slow motion for some reason. This isn't me slowing the video down, this is just the Titans dance. I've never really used it, it looks kind of weird. But if you enjoyed this video, guys, click like. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, I fucking love you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.